It's no secret replacing a roof is no small cost. But did you know that you can double the life of your roof with some preventative maintenance? Now, what does that mean? Well, here to explain is Josh West from Malone Business Development. Welcome back to the show.
Yes, so good to be here.
I have not
so
seen you in so long. So glad to have you here. Let's talk about it. First things first, what is preventative maintenance?
Well, preventative maintenance could be anything as small as maybe going up and just caulking a few things on your roof, to then going up and having to replace just a section of base flashing, or having to replace base flashings over the whole roof, for example. So it can be small, or it could be something big. There could be a loose seam that we find. There could be a deteriorated sealant that we find. But the whole point is to cut the life cycle cost and to extend the life of your roof. So it's so critical.
And if we do preventative maintenance on our roofs, what are the benefits to doing that?
So let's just say, well, first off, we talked about cutting the life cycle cost. And so a roof might be the average lifespan with no maintenance, 13 to 15 years.
Okay.
You could get 20 to 30 years out of a roof if you do preventative maintenance.
Really?
And when I say life cycle cost, I mean, what is the cost of that roof per year on an annual basis?
Okay.
And you literally are cutting that in half or more with preventative maintenance. Because if you don't do it, you might have to replace that roof in 15 years.
Oh no.
But you look at two structures at 25 years, one that didn't start for 8 to 10 years, they still got the same, they had to replace the roof. The one that didn't do it for 8 to 10 years. The one that did it from day one, they've got the same roof 25 years later.
What?
That's why the cost is so much less.
Because when you do that maintenance, then it is much better than having to replace the whole roof, because that can get honestly very expensive.
Well, and then every time that 15-year cycle, that cost of that roof is going to have gone up by 50%. So maybe that $2 million roof 15 years later is going to be $3 million.
$2 million for a roof?
We're talking major commercial roofing projects with the preventative maintenance.
Unbelievable. Now, what do you all suggest as far as Malone Roofing when it comes to preventative maintenance?
Well, we suggest biannual maintenance. So, you know, every 6 months we go up and we have a checklist of things that we do, or also there might be a list of things that the actual owner or manager of that property wants us to do. And not only that, but especially in South Louisiana, you've got storms, you've got tornadoes, you've got hurricanes. So you also want to inspect it after any major weather event as well.
Come on, and I can tell that Duralast definitely knows what they're doing when it comes to preventative maintenance. Tell me a little about who they are.
So Duralast, the world's largest manufacturer of custom single ply membranes. So they custom make those products and they have great warranties, and the reason why is preventative maintenance. They have a service maintenance plan that is so simple. It is laid out. There are literally boxes to check step by step, year by year. And so that is why they are so confident in those warranties, because they know that they are getting up on that roof every year. They are diagnosing a small problem before it becomes a big problem, before you have structural damage, before you have rotted decking, before you've compromised that roof system into failure. Duralast is one of the best of just being so proactive in laying out the step-by-step plan to get the most out of that roof.
And we can get that service through working with you all?
Absolutely. Duralast is just one of the many products that we use, one of the best. We've been with them from day one, and they're fantastic, and we love working with them.
When should we start looking into preventative maintenance? If I just built a brand new home, when should I start really looking into that?
Day one. Because you want to do it from year one. You want to make sure that something that was brand new installed didn't just come loose or didn't set all the way. Because again, let's go back to that original, I guess the original example I gave. If you go 6, 7, 8 years, you're doing reactive, deferred maintenance rather than proactive. You're responding to leaks at that point. You've already got major damage. You've already got rotted decking. You've already got ceiling tiles that are falling in. You've already got drywall, sheetrock that is rotted because of the damage. So you're going to go then have to spend tens of thousands of more dollars in this, you know, strip center or warehouse or whatever the building is, and then you're going to patch over the problem, but the problem's still there, getting worse. And then, as we said, by year 15, you're having to replace the whole roof. Yeah,
and you saw some photos we just showed on the screen of basically things you don't want your roof to look like.
That was the things of reasons why your roof failed. The deteriorated sealants, the loose seams, the vegetation on the roof, the, you know, where do those roof systems go, right? We talked about that last time. They're growing into the decking, into the structure, letting the moisture get in and ruining the business. Ruining the building.
Well, Josh, thank you so much for joining us
this morning.
Thank you so much. Great
Always
tips.
a pleasure.
I don't own a home, but when I do, preventative maintenance is what I need. Hey, to learn more, about maintaining your roof, you can log on to ecmalone.com or give them a call at 1-833-7-MALONE. That's 1-833-762-5663.